Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, August the 25th, 2022. Thursday, August 5th, 2022. Well, we're still hanging out at the picnic, and it starts with a crisis. The desserts for all the guests, although I really haven't seen a whole lot of guests, but the desserts for all the guests that Olivia ordered, they don't know where they're at. She doesn't have them. They were trying to track them down. She's in a panic. She's upset. They're trying to find where it went. And then at the end of, a couple scenes of her being frantic, Sonny, they were going to call her back. Well, she shows Sonny the order. See, I ordered them. I ordered them. And they should have been here. And he goes, well, you said the delivery was the default delivery address. I see what you did. And she was like, oh, because that's the Metro Court's account. She forgot to change the address. So they automatically went to the Metro Court. Well, meanwhile, we have Nina, Obrecht, and Scott up at the top poolside relaxing, and her employee comes running in frantic, all ready to hyperventilate, saying that the chef wants to quit because she hand does all the desserts, and all of a sudden, all of these pre-made desserts showed up there. So the chef thought that a message was trying to be sent, to them. And Nina's like, no, we would never, have pre-made desserts. And then she goes, but Olivia would. She realized what happened. So Nina was going to arrange for the desserts to be sent to Olivia's. Yuri, I like Yuri. We haven't seen Yuri since Valentine lived. Well, we've seen him off and on since Valentine um, left the house, but Yuri and Monica had a very special friendship. Not a cougar relationship, but he really liked Monica Quartermain. I guess she reminded him of his mother or grandmother. I don't know. So anyway, Yuri is back and he says, would you like me to go, in his accent? And Olivia's like, no, you know what? You don't work for us anymore. You are a guest. Nope, I am not putting you to work. And then all of a sudden, Olivia's app goes off because it tells her, all the happenings in the house. And she goes, oh, fire. There's a fire out at the boathouse. So Sonny says, no, I'll go take care of it. And Olivia goes tearing off right behind him. So meanwhile, at the boathouse is Carly and Drew. They're supposed to be barbecuing, but we took off right where we left off with all that kissing and, where are we going with this? But I don't know. Let's keep going. And they're just kissing and, stumble their way pretty much into the boathouse, and they're laying on the little boat bench or boat bed in there, and boat cot. And they're not even noticing that they left this barbecue ablazing, right? So needless to say, Sonny gets there and Olivia's like, what do we do, Sonny? What do we do? Should I get water? He goes, no. Dirt. I'm just going to shovel dirt on it. That'll smother it, right? So Sonny proceeds to shove it in the dirt onto the fire, and Carly and Drew can hear this commotion. So they go outside, looking a little coy, especially when Carly saw it was Sonny. Drew is like, so Olivia goes, who was on grill duty? And Drew is like, it's my fault. I take full responsibility. I was on grill duty and I got distracted. And so Carly has this little coy expression on her face. She goes, well, it's not entirely all your fault. I was here too. Something like to that effect. And so Sonny kind of shrinks his eyes down a bit, like, oh, don't tell me you two. It's interesting. This is the first time Now that he and Carly have separated, this time, what is this, time number 6? That he has seen her with someone else. Sonny always has a problem whenever Carly ends up getting in a relationship with someone else, even though he's already in a relationship with someone else, usually each and every time. But Carly, oh, he critiques everybody she gets involved with. So Carly was kind of liking it. And meanwhile, Nina arrives at the house with the desserts, and she's talking to little Olivia's son. My goodness, why can't I think of his name? I know his name like the back of my hand, but it'll come to me. Leo. She was talking to Leo, and just, oh, I heard you're going to be in a play, just small talk, small talk. He goes, well, where's your mom? He goes, oh, she's at the boathouse. There was a fire there. Uncle Sonny, went to help. So, oh, Nina goes tearing out the kitchen. And Yuri says, well, would you like me to take you? I know the way. And she's just tearing over to that boathouse. And all you hear her say, Sonny, and she's running up. And Carly and Drew and Olivia are looking like, what is going on with her? And she sees him and she just runs and jumps, just hugging him for dear life. And Carly's like, oh, what? And so Sonny's like, hey, what's going on? She goes, I heard there was a fire. And then it just reminded me of the Dano back in Nixon Falls. And then she looks around and she goes, well, where's the fire? And Drew's like, it was a grill fire. And then she goes, oh, and I bet that was a big overreaction on my part with the whole Sonny thing. Yeah, Nina, yeah, overreacting, right? So she goes, Olivia, I don't want you to think that I'm crashing your party. I bought your desserts. And Olivia says, oh, the truck is here. So she goes, no, the truck had another delivery after the Metro Court. I just had them unload everything into my car. And I brought them here. And so Carly goes, well, you arrived just in time. A little coyness. And Nina's kind of looking. And so Sonny says, come on, I'm going to help you unload your car. So Sonny, Nina, and Olivia, well, Sonny and Olivia are ahead of Nina. And Nina kind of looks at Carly and she looks at Drew and she's kind of touching on the rail as she goes by. And I'm thinking Nina can't leave well enough alone. She can't help it. So after everything's unloaded, and Sonny says, well, I'm happy you're here, and he gave her a beer. And she says, did you notice what was going on between Drew and Carly? Because something's definitely going on between those two. And Sonny's like, that ain't my business. I mean, I'm just saying it was obvious. I mean, I'm thinking, girl, leave that alone. He just said, it's not my business. Now, had he been in a funk and had he said, did you notice what was going on between Carly and Drew? Did you notice that? Because something's going on between Carly and Drew. Nina would have said, Sonny, that's none of your business. And why are you so concerned about Carly and who she may or may not be seeing? There's 3 of us in this relationship. It's always Carly, Sonny. It's always Carly. Sonny was just like, oh my God, leave it alone, But Nina, oh, she's got to be involved or cat's meow or something, right? So then we have Finn and Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, oh, there she's off and on with Finn, lovey-dovey, huggy, kissy, and they go to the stables. Well, not really the stables; it's the stable house, really. I mean, more people are in and out of Cody's place than the man on the moon. Hopefully, his room upstairs is locked because that's just public. Well, it is. It's the stables, so public access, right? So she and Finn are about to get the little love on, and he's off finding a blanket. But I knew this was going to happen. His phone kind of buzzed, and he looked at it. She goes, "You are not on duty, doctor." So she took his phone and put it on the table face up. And I thought, well, for one, Finn, you should have just, once she said you're not on duty, you should have said you're right and put the phone in your pocket. I knew Elizabeth was going to be the one when her mother called, right? So Finn's off trying to find the blanket, and Elizabeth is shutting the door to the stables, and the phone rings, and she looks, picks it up, and of course it says Sarah Weber. And then she gets this dazed trance look on her face again. So she's either going to be out of it or she's going to be out of this world mad. One of the two, once Finn comes back. And let's see what else. Ooh, something else good happened. I'm going to save that part to the end. I think, oh, Olivia and Leo were talking, and Leo's like, what if neither Sam nor Dante got that potion? What if some other people got it? And she goes, well, then there's two other people out there wandering around ready to fall in love, right? So not Biz, Elizabeth Terry, she's walking through the estate, getting ready to go to the other part, I guess, where desserts are going to be. And Yuri bumps into her. And they kind of smile at each other like they're in this love trance in a daze. And then they show all the cups being picked up. And they showed Terry and Yuri picking up their cups and drinking. Now, to me, the way that's Terry got the cup on the end, on the opposite end, like say to the right end. Yuri got it to the left end. For one thing, the cups that had the potion were side by side. He poured them side by side. And it looks like Terry got it. Yuri just got another cup on the other end. One of those guys got it. And I'm almost sure it was Terry. If I'm wrong, somebody in the comments tell me no, it was Yuri that drank it. But either way, no matter what, one of them, they both were looking at each other like, hey, you're kind of cute. And so Yuri put his arm out for her to take his arm to walk over to where they're going. That was actually kind of cute. So then we have Victor Cassadine making Ava a martini, giving it to her as he's pretty much threatening her, right? That you are either for the Cassadines or you are against us. Okay, and you don't want to make us an enemy. If you're against one of us, you're against us all. And you don't want to be the latter. And so she goes, is that a threat, Victor? He goes, no, it's not a threat. It's just a fact, you know? And he's telling her pretty much, you need to get in line because you all alone. Your brother is dead. You have no one. It's just you, you know? And so she's just looking at him. And then Nicholas comes in. What's going on? And then Victor's like, hey, Nicholas, you know, I'll leave you two to talk. And she's like, yeah, your uncle threatened me. And she told him what he said. But then Nicholas is like, well, it doesn't have to be that way. And look, you know, we've had so much fun today. We just playing the games and that spark, it's there. You don't want to admit it, but you love me. But before I finish that conversation, Nicholas and Spencer had a good conversation in the stables. Spencer was sitting down on the spiral staircase up above a bit, and then Nicholas was talking to him and, you know, telling him that he's gonna miss him while he's at Pittenville, because Spencer was saying there will be nobody to miss him while he's gone. And, you know, he goes, you didn't tell Trina? He goes, no, and, you know, whatever. And so they had a really good father-son moment. And Nicholas says, well, when you get out, we're going to go to Greece and we're going to do this, that, and the other. Because Spencer was actually teary-eyed talking to Nicholas. And in his mind, he's thinking, boy, that would have been so great when I was a boy, you know. And so Spencer says, you know, that dream sounds great, but we don't share it, you know, or I don't see it. And he walks out. So then later Nicholas is talking to Ava. So anyway, he said, no, it's there. The spark is there, Ava. You got to give it a chance. You got to give it a chance. So he's pulling Ava close to him. He's kissing her. Well, she's initially falling into it, but then she realizes. So she pushes him away and she's like, no, no, no. We're not getting into that. We're not, that is over. That is, he goes, it doesn't have to be. She goes, yes, it does. It's over when you slept with Esme. And of course, she said it loud enough for everybody to pretty much almost hear him on the gardens. But Spencer happened to be coming through the door, and Nicholas sees Spencer coming in behind Ava. And Spencer is looking like, wait, what did I hear going? What did you say? Oh, no. So tomorrow is going to be very good. We're going to hear Spencer's reply to his daddy dearest, because he was telling Nicholas, well, he's, actually he's happy Ava's gone. Esme's gone, good riddance. But look, that don't mean that, wait a minute, before I decided all this, or you knew I decided all this, you slept with my girlfriend? Oh my goodness. See, that's a different game changer. So that was it for General Hospital today. That is the daily recap. Let's go to Comment Corner. Comment Corner, Susan did a great written recap of today's show. So if you want to check it out, go ahead on the recaps and look at Susan's comments. Very good, Susan. Thank you. And then we have Nakisha, Nakisha, that's not for GH. Okay. Lisa says that Michael slamming the door in Sonny's face was disrespectful. He needs to step back. Yes, he does. Michael was very disrespectful. Definitely. And then Lisa also says Chase and Brooklyn are cute. But she thinks Sam got one of the glasses. Do you really? She says she's glad that they decided to move into Dante's place. Me too. That's the better choice. And then Lisa also says that Curtis will find out from Jordan. Jordan wants Curtis back. She has ever since she came back from the kidney hospital. Yeah, Jordan's always wanted Curtis. She stepped back to let Curtis and Portia develop their relationship. And then she says Spencer has a lot of people helping him with the short time he has to serve. And then she said Selena is going to take full advantage of Curtis. Curtis is stuck now. And then Ron says Curtis needs to get help from Sonny and get Sonny on his side, and they could kick out Selena when it becomes a whole new ball game. Well, if Curtis ever did go to Sonny and let Sonny know that, we went from playing cards in the back to now she's moving product through my place. See, that is a whole different game of a ball of wax. And I don't necessarily think Sonny will let that happen, because Sonny is still he has more of the territory than Selena has. And then Cindy, she says that Sam wants Drew back. I don't see Sam looking at Drew at all that way. I really don't. And then Susan again says that Curtis is keeping secrets himself about Selena Wu. Secrets in business and you, my baby daddy, are two different things, okay? Especially since you are living in the same house. Your own biological daughter is living with you and you don't know it, she doesn't know it. So you're not even developing any type of father-daughter relationship. That's a whole different ball of wax. And then let's see. Michael says that this picnic is a long event. It's probably going to replace the nurses' ball. I can see that too. Them making this a whole annual thing. And then says Jordan should at least comfort Portia I don't know about Jordan comforting Portia, but I did read a comment that I'm not seeing right now that Jordan, which I hadn't thought about it until this comment was said, that Jordan can't throw stones at all because who did TJ think was his father all of his life? Okay. Jordan even left TJ with Sean when TJ was about 14, sent him to go stay with Sean when she went undercover. Uncle Sean, and that was really his father. See, so we're talking, okay, this is the exact same situation. Sean didn't know TJ was his son, and TJ did not know Sean was his father, yet they were living together. Sean was raising the boy. So I guess really the pot can't call the kettle black. I don't know if Portia knows all of that because Portia was not, around when that storyline came out. That was years ago, but that is interesting what Jordan would feel. That's very interesting because she did the same thing. And she actually only, I can't, now this I can't remember. I may have to do some research or can someone let me know? Why did Jordan finally tell Sean that TJ was his son and TJ that Sean was his father? I can't remember what made her do it, but it was an incident that made that happen. It was an incident. And I'm wondering, was Sean already in jail when that happened? That's interesting. So we'll have to do some research into that. But that is Comment Corner. That is the daily recap for General Hospital. And just a quick trivia. Jordan has one good working kidney. Why is that? Can anyone remember what happened to Jordan? Why she lost her kidney? And the other one's not working that well. Okay, because if she only has one really good working kidney, she had a transplant. Where did that kidney come from? If you could remember, where did Jordan's kidney come from? How did it happen? That was a great little story how they did that. And how did Jordan lose her kidney? What happened? So that's some great trivia that we can talk about. That was a really good storyline in General Hospital. So let's bring that up, which is why Jordan's health is always an issue because of, the kidney transplant that she had. So I will be back tomorrow for the Thursday edition. Wait, no, this is Thursday. For the Friday edition of General Hospital. Yes, it could be kind of a cliffhanger Friday because it's going to be some interesting drama with Spencer dealing with Nicholas behind this. So it's going to be a good day tomorrow. I can't wait to get back and do the daily recap.